Rhythm games have been a popular genre for years and are enjoyed by people of all ages. It's also a genre that I enjoy a lot. That's why I thought it'd be interesting to show where rhythm games began. Parappa the Rapper was released on the original PlayStation in 1996 and was unlike anything that had ever been seen before in games. It was so different, in fact, that much of the PlayStation staff at the time didn't consider it a game. Even the creator of Parappa, Masaya Matsuura, wasn't entirely sure if it could really be called a game or not. Gamers, however, loved it, and Parappa the Rapper sold 3 million copies worldwide, and 2 more games were created for the series. The first game follows our titular rapping dog Parappa, who wants to win the heart of his crush, Sunny Funny. To do this, he needs to rap his way through solving the various shenanigans he finds himself in. But most importantly,
Yeah, I know. I gotta believe.
besides the gameplay being a completely new concept to the medium, the game also had a very unique art style. The characters look like paper cutouts in a 3-dimensional world, and everything is very bright and colorful. There's all sorts of eccentric people you'll meet, such as an onion that's a karate sensei. It's a very weird place this game is set in, and you start to wonder what kind of weirdness it'll throw at you next. Of course, music is the highlight of the game. All of the songs are original, and they're not only very catchy, but also show off the versatility of rap.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'll show you fight.
When I say boom, 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 you say bam, bam, bam. No pause in between. Come on, let's jet.
Every single day, stress comes in every way. I ain't got no time for nobody.
The lyrics can be pretty silly at times, but considering the wackiness of the game, I'd say it's pretty fitting. The gameplay is what you'd expect from a typical rhythm game. It has a call and response mechanic, where you'll hear a line of rapping that you'll need to press the correct buttons in time with afterwards. Doing poorly will also result in the scene becoming more chaotic, and if you keep screwing up, you'll have to start at the beginning of the song. It's all pretty basic by today's standards, but set the foundation that pretty much every rhythm game since then has been built upon. It should also be noted that this game is very difficult. The thing about pressing the buttons in time is that there's pretty much no room for error. You either hit the button in time, or you miss. Not only that, but the visual guide at the top of the screen isn't always the most accurate. Your best bet is to follow the rhythm of the music instead. Again though, with how intensely precise your timing needs to be, it's easier said than done. Probably the most infamous example of this is the 4th stage. It seems like no matter how closely you pay attention to the rhythm and the dexterity of your fingers, it's just not good enough for this game. I just want to bake a cake, damn it.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
How about I smash my fist into your skull? Ya prick. When you have a massive success as big as Parappa's, it's not surprising when a follow-up comes along. In 1999 came Jammer Lammy, featuring a new main character. Lammy is a pretty shy girl, but when she's got a guitar in her hands, or at least in her mind, she's unstoppable. In this game, she's on her way to perform at a concert her band Milk Can is playing in. Unfortunately, she keeps running into troublesome situations along the way. The music in this game is more rock-focused, where you'll strum away at Lammy's guitar to solve her problems. It's pretty difficult, just like its predecessor, and there's more complex button patterns with faster tempos. However, the timing window is a bit more forgiving in this one. Lammy is supposed to be a lamb, as you could probably guess by the name. To me though, she looks more like an anthropomorphic deer. Well, if female deer had antlers, that is. Nonetheless, it's an appealing design, and I think she's a cute character overall. I couldn't help but notice though, that she gets into some pretty weird events, even by this series' standards. At one point, she eats a pizza, which causes her stomach to, get bigger. Then she runs off and finds herself trapped in a parade of singing pregnant rabbits. That's when this caterpillar thing sees her, thinks Lammy's pregnant, and pulls her into the maternity ward with the rabbits. Once all of the rabbits give birth, Lammy's stomach has deflated, and she's forced to help soothe all of the newborns. Yeah. Maybe my mind's just been irreversibly tarnished by the internet, but I thought that was pretty weird. That's not all though. In the US version, There's a moment in the story where Lammy gets launched into a time warp and ends up on a strange island. That's not too out there for this game. However, in the Japanese and European versions, she slips on a banana peel, dies, and goes to hell. Sheesh. This got intense real quick.
What you gonna do? I gotta believe.
In 2001 came Parappa the Rapper 2, a sequel that again featured Parappa as the main character. This time, his troubles have to do with noodles. Recently, he bought a century's supply of noodles, and now he's been eating noodles for every meal, every day. Not surprisingly, this became quite tiring pretty quickly. And if that wasn't enough, Sunny Funny took a strike at his ego by calling him a baby.
Parappa, I didn't know you were such a baby.
A bit rude and insensitive perhaps, but I can't help but think that she was just giving him some light teasing, and Parappa took it the wrong way. It then turns out that everyone else in town is having a noodle problem. That's when it's up to Parappa to save the day. The graphics retain their signature art style and look better than ever on the PS2. The biggest change that this entry has is that the gameplay is much easier. There's a lot more wiggle room when it comes to what the game considers an accurate input, and if you reach a bad ranking, it'll then rewind to the previous line to give you a chance to redeem yourself. Finish the stage with a high enough score, and you'll be given a bonus round. It's not exactly what I'd call rhythmic, but it is something different. There's also an annoying tutorial that the game will throw you into before the cutscene that leads into the gameplay. It's very repetitive and downright mind-numbing, not to mention interrupting the flow of the cutscenes. Luckily, you could skip this by pressing the start button. I think the rewinding aspect might make things a bit too hand-holdy. Otherwise, I definitely prefer the more forgiving nature of Parappa the Rapper 2, and it doesn't feel too easy besides the rewinding. It might be hard to fully appreciate Parappa the Rapper's influence in gaming nowadays, especially with how limited it feels compared to later games in the genre. But without it, you might not have games such as Owen Dawn, Project Diva, Just Dance, Guitar Hero, and so many more. Given their massive popularity, it's definitely hard to picture a home console or arcade without rhythm games in their library. While the first Parappa game might be a bit of a struggle to go back to by modern standards, its influence cannot be understated. And of course, good music never goes out of style.
That's right. I'm in the house. Here it comes. Extra, read all about it. The best burgers in town from all around. People from around the world come and get it. The line goes around like a